Hey guys, Steve Welch here with your fact of the day. If you look over my shoulder, you're gonna see some clouds up there, right? So you might wonder about clouds and say, I wonder how much those weigh. Obviously they're overhead and you know, kind of how do they stay there and stuff like that. You might wonder about the actual science of it, right? So found an article with the USGS, so usgs.gov, and it was actually pretty interesting to read. So it says, how much does a cloud weigh? It says, do you think clouds have any weight? Because they're floating in the air like a balloon. But if you had a helium balloon and you tied it to a kitchen scale, it wouldn't register any weight. So doesn't mean it doesn't have any weight, just doesn't register it, right? So the really important question, right? So do you think that the air has any weight, right? So if you know what air pressure and barometer are, then you know that air does have weight. At sea level, the weight or pressure of the air is about 14.5 pounds per square inch, or 1 kilogram per square centimeter, right? So since the air has weight, it must also have density, which is the weight for a chosen volume, such as a cubic inch or a cubic meter. If the clouds are made up of particles, then they must have weight and density. The key to why clouds float is that the density of the same volume of the cloud material is less than the density of the same amount of the dry air. Just as the oil floats on water because it's less dense, clouds float on air because the moist air in the clouds is less dense than the dry air. But we still need to answer the question about how much does a cloud weigh? To confuse things more, the weight depends on how you define it, right? So the weight of the water droplets in the cloud, or the weight of the water droplets in the cloud plus the weight of the air, mostly above the cloud, that's pressing down. So we're only going to look at the weight of the actual cloud particles, so that makes it a little bit easier, right? And one estimate of a cumulus cloud, and I'll show you what a cumulus cloud looks like, but one estimate of a cumulus cloud density is given at sciencealert.com, right? And we're going to have a plane go behind us here as we're talking, but as the density of about 0.5 gram per cubic meter. A 1 cubic kilometer cloud contains 1 billion cubic meters. We'll say hi to them coming on into Nashville. But doing the math, if you have 1 billion times 0.5 equals 500 million grams of water droplets in a cloud. So that's about 500,000 kilograms, or 1.1 million pounds, or 551 tons. But that heavy cloud is floating over your head because the air below it is even heavier. So the lesser density of the cloud allows it to float on the drier and more dense air that's above, right? So think about it. So 1.1 million pounds is over your head in a cumulus cloud, but the air that's all around us, it's holding it up. It's pretty sweet, huh? So how heavy is a cloud? There's your answer. 1.1 million pounds is your cloud. USGS.gov, it's a government website, can't be wrong, right? But also has a reference to sciencealert.com. So I'll link both of those down below. But tell me what you guys think. So Steve Welch with your fact of the day, making you just a little bit smarter, which we were yesterday. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.